Alrighty. Okay. So who do we got in the house today? Dave. We want Julianne. We want. Thanks, Dave. That's awesome. I want to be here. How are you doing, Dave? So today we are going to be discussing Scorpio and their love compatibility with the earth signs. We're going to find out what earth signs make the best match for Scorpio. So I just want to say hello to my awesome dragon gang. And I'm just so delighted to be here and to see everyone else here. And you know what? Don't be shy with me, you guys. Just chime in, leave your unique mark, bring your questions. But I really want to just first say that I am so appreciative of all of you that do join me on all my lives. I'm so thankful. So I appreciate you all being here. Hi, Rob. Miriam, hello. It's so exciting to see you all here. My top fans. Woohoo! Yay! You get double hands. So, as I was saying, I want to discuss with you guys the love compatibility between Scorpio and the three earth signs, which is Virgo, Capricorn, and Taurus. And maybe you guys will, well, I'm hoping you guys will chime in and let me know if you've had personal experiences with these earth signs in relationships or maybe even in your family. So I've had some personal experiences. So today I'm going to be using not only my personal experiences with these zodiac signs and the interactions between them, but I'm also going to be referring to some of my astrology books because for some reason, some people, are more, they really want to know like the facts about zodiac signs. And although I do have a lot of experiences with zodiac signs and I'm well read when it comes to astrology and many other subjects, I like to incorporate both of them together. I like to use both my personal experiences and also ancient astrology knowledge and the books that I have read and everything. And I have a few astrology books, but I have learned most of what I know through personal experiences and had a lot of relationships with people as far as like family relationships, with each of these signs and friends and that sort of thing. So anyways, let's see who we got here. Before I dive into this, I want to just get a little personal real quick. And we got Farminator. Hi, Farminator. Oh my gosh, it's been like forever since you've been here. What's wrong with Virgos? Earth signs are chill. Yes, I agree with you, Farminator. Earth signs are chill. And you know what? They are like a safe place for Scorpio. I have to say, like, I do love earth signs. Definitely hands down love earth signs. Yeah. Let me go back here and see. I know we got Rob Smiley. I would never date an earth sign. Okay. So you personally would not date an earth sign. Could you explain, like, sum it up as to why you wouldn't? I'm sure it's based on personal experiences. Miriam, I am late. No, Miriam, you're not late. Actually, I started at 4. I'm probably the one late to my own show, if anything. Dave Cavity. Hey, Rob, welcome to the show. Okay, so that's okay. Hey, my intuitive reader. Okay, so let's see if we got any questions going here. I don't get along with August ones. They're terrible. Okay, so I must have missed something up here. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. So Rob Smiley says, I've had personal experiences with them, unfortunately. Okay, so they obviously were not positive experiences, so that's what I'm taking away from that. The Virgos I've encountered act masculine. Okay. I'm very biased. I'm water, earth with Virgo rising and Cappy Stelm. All right. Got some Cappy energy in the, oh, I'm glad to hear that. I love the Cappy energy personally. Man, oh my gosh, I love the Cappy energy. Probably, I know I don't want to sound biased, you guys, but every Cappy that I've met, except for one, but she was a very unevolved Cappy. But my personal experiences with Cappies, male and female, oh my gosh, have just been like the best ever. Like I even had a boss that was a Capricorn. Oh my gosh, she was the best boss I had ever had. Like there's something about the Capricorn energy. I absolutely adore Capricorn. I think just the earth energy, they're so chill, you know. So yeah. Let's see, I'm very biased. I'm water. Okay, so yeah, I try not to be biased. I'm especially when it comes to all the signs, you know. I do have my favorite signs, you guys, and I hope you can forgive me for that. But yeah, I say Cappies are one of my favorite signs. It's one of my favorite signs. Of course, Scorpios are too. And Rob Smiley's, I don't like Capricorn either. This not go by me, my reading. Oh, well. Okay, so I appreciate you letting us know about that, Rob. I don't have any Capricorn in my natal birth chart. I have 0 Capricorn, but I love the Capricorn energy. I think I might have 1 Taurus placement, but it doesn't really affect my natal birth chart at all. Like it's not a dominant placement. Doesn't bear much on how I am. Let's see, the Taurus I met, okay, this is from Miriam Burnett. The Taurus I met, she betrayed me. Yeah, okay. Yeah, and so you have to take in accountability, you guys, that there's like going to be unevolved people out there just in general, you know, and you have to take accountability also that, I mean, not accountability, you take in consideration. I don't know why was I using that word? Take into consideration that everyone is raised different, is programmed different at birth or after birth, I mean, and are raised in a different environment with different morals and that sort of thing. I've known some Taurus people that were just, had black hearts, like literally. Although the passion can be there between a Scorpio and a Taurus, like there's a very strong magnetic, sensual, sexual, magnetic energy between Taurus and Scorpio. For the long run, the stubbornness and the possessiveness tends to become a huge problem because Scorpio and Taurus are both very stubborn signs. They don't want to budge. Okay, they do not want to budge. So, anyways, let me get back to, whoa. That's just not only from my experience, but also from my knowledge. Hey, oh, yay. Hi, Dee. Yes, you caught another live. Cool. Yeah, I'm so happy you're here. Thanks for joining the Scorpio and Earth sign party today. I hope I get some Earth signs in here. It'd be nice if I can hear from some Virgos and Capricorns and Tauruses. You know, you guys can go at it. Honestly, it really depends. You have to look. Okay, so most people think that, before I get into this, most people really do believe, and I believe this too, you guys, that it's your sun signs that need to be compatible, but it actually is not at all. It's more your rising sign, your moon sign, your Mars sign, and Venus signs that need to line up. And then some other aspects. I don't want to go into the deeper aspects of it. And right now I want to kind of keep it general, like astrology 101, because there's so many people out there that have no idea about the houses and the aspects and the North Node and the South Node and all the other aspects, because it goes really deep. You can go very deep into your natal birth chart, but I want to keep this 101, you guys. So, and we're going to keep it classy today and keep it clean. But, so what I was just saying, yeah, is if you guys are familiar with natal birth chart, take a look at your Venus placement, take a look at your Mars placement, take a look at your rising placement, and take a look at your moon placement. Now, your moon placement is almost as important as your sun sign placement, if not more so. And my chart, my moon sign literally trumps my sun sign, like it just dominates. I was born at night. And so then you've got the day night aspect too to look at. Since if you're born at night, you're going to take on more of the moon signs traits than you are your sun sign. So I get, you guys probably didn't even know that. But anyways, so I was born at nighttime. So my moon sign like rules me. Like, yeah. And so when I get into an intimate relationship, whether it's friendship or not, romantic or whatever, it's my moon sign that is going to be running the show most of the time. Of course, with some Leo in there, but other than that, like there's a lot of my other placements that are so superficial, and I encourage you guys to really look into getting your natal birth chart readings done. It is your full blueprint reading of your complete natal birth chart. Your sun sign is one little piece of the puzzle of who you are. Yes, it's your core, it's your ego, it's how you express yourself that way. But who you truly are is based on like your not your Mars, your moon sign, because it rules your emotions, how you deal with everything on an emotional basis. And for women especially, I think you can relate to it a lot, is because women are emotional, but you know, men are just as emotional, if not more so than women, believe it or not. So taking a look at your moon sign, your Mars sign, and your Venus sign, when you're trying to get in a relationship with somebody, or you're interested in somebody, one of the first things I always do is, hey, can I have your birth date? Can I have the city you were born, the time you were born, you know, all of that information. And I do a comparison because, you know, there is something, it's a tool to be used, you know, to compare. And usually, like, if someone's got a lot of Aquarius or Sag or Gemini, or even Taurus in their, you know, too much of those 4 signs, oh my goodness, I'm just, and in the wrong place, in the wrong placements and houses, it never works out. Like those particular energies, if they're really strong and powerful in someone else's chart, it does not bode well with mine. There's no synchronicity, there's no compatibility, nothing like that. So it's not just your sun sign. So anyways, I want to get into this video. I'm going to take a look at the chat real quick, and then I'm going to get into this. And then hopefully I can hear from you guys. I only focus on my sun and moon sign, nothing else. Okay. All right, Rob Smiley. So you just focus on the moon and sun sign. Okay. So yeah. I would take a look also at your rising and your Venus and your Mars sign, and even your Mercury. Those are the placements that are more than likely going to be the most dominant. One or two. There's at least, like in my chart, I have 3. I have 3 dominant placements, and no, I have 4. I have 4 dominant placements. I'm getting it all confused, but they're in Scorpio and Leo. So anyways, and then usually in your moon sign, your Venus sign, your Mars sign, and of course your moon sign and sun sign. But there's so many people out there that really can't relate to their sun signs. Yeah, it really just depends on their whole entire chart. You have to look at it in a whole. Farminator. Hi, fellow Cancer moons. Awesome. We got a Cancer moon in the house. That's awesome. We got some Cancer energy here. I've seen my natal chart and my birth chart. Okay, awesome. That's Rob Smiley. You know your chart. I'm not a fan of Libra. All right. Yeah, that also could be. Yeah, I'm with you on the Libra moons. Dave, don't forget. Okay, let's see. I swear my Cancer moon is so dang bipolar. It's insane. Yeah, I totally understand that. And my Pisces just wants to love everyone. And then my Virgo rising is like, no, keep your shit together. There you go. You were so on point about that. So Venus sign is Okay, so Miriam, are you telling me that your Venus sign is Scorpio? That's awesome. Okay, that's a really good placement. So when you're looking at somebody else's chart, yeah, 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 that's a really important place to look, especially when it comes to romantic, um, long-term relationships. You want to the Venus and Moon signs to me are the most important. And and then you got your Sun and Mars and even rising, but to me rising doesn't, my rising sign is just like, what? I don't even relate to my rising sign, so not at all. Okay, so Rob's smiling. I'm a Cancer moon. Awesome. We got some Cancer moons in the house. All right. Yes, yeah. Yeah. The Scorpio and Venus, Miriam, you're gonna love very deeply. Obviously, yeah, that's I did a video on that a few months ago on the Scorpio in Venus placements. It's a very intense. I have a lot of love and compassion for people that have the Scorpio and Venus placements for sure. That's not an easy placement. Mm-mm. All right, so okay, I'm gonna get into this, you guys. Okay. So you know what? Today we are definitely going to be talking about something that most people that I encounter constantly are asking me, and that's usually like, what is the best Earth sign for a Scorpio? Is it like Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn? So I just want to kind of get into this and unveil, just like on a generalized level, like what match is going to make the best power couple. Okay, so I would say that in my personal experience and what I've read, I would have to say that Capricorn would be the most compatible. And we're talking about like the moon sign and Venus sign and Mars and all that. So Scorpio, let's talk about Scorpio and Virgo first. So this pairing is surprisingly like underrated, because you see Virgo is like practical and observant and detail oriented, and Scorpio is emotionally intense and constantly reading between the lines. Like both of these signs notice everything. Like a Virgo will remember that you changed your tone like 3 weeks ago. And you know what? Scorpio will remember that strange, crazy look that you gave him like back in 2019. So together, well, there's going to be a lot of observing happening between these two couples. So just keep that in mind. Now, what makes this match like work is the fact that they're both very loyal and they like to go deep, like in conversations. Neither one of these signs like surface level conversations. And I would say, but both of them prefer to be around smaller crowds and build deeper bonds. Virgo can help Scorpio like become more grounded. And then Scorpio can help Virgo like open up emotional doors. Now, they may normally keep those doors locked, but I think that Virgo can literally help in that area. Now, the challenge is that Virgo analyzes and Scorpio feels everything. Okay. Virgo may offer solutions when Scorpio simply wants emotional understanding. They just want to be heard. And Scorpio may think like Virgo is emotionally unavailable, when Virgo is actually showing love through helping them and trying to fix everything and being dependable, of course. Now, this relationship often survives like really well because both people quietly invest in each other like over time. Now, let's talk about Scorpio and Taurus. How about that? So, because, well, let's see here. They're both like, I love you very deeply. let me think. Scorpio and Taurus like literally sit opposite of each other on the zodiac wheel. And you know what? Opposite signs oftentimes create very powerful interactions. Now, they can totally have the soulmate thing going on and the vibes and intense chemistry, like I was saying earlier, and emotional attachment. All that can happen between these two signs. Okay. And it can become very unforgettable. Now, Taurus gives stability to Scorpio, and Scorpio just digs that. Okay. Yes. Now, Scorpio will say something like, never mind. that thought just went out the door, you guys. I have to say, like, their chemistry, or the chemistry between like the Taurus and Scorpio, can be like extremely strong and passionate. Like, especially if you got these two in the like Venus and Moon placements. Now, I have to say that the challenging part is like both signs are very, very stubborn. And if Scorpio feels hurt, they may become like very distant. Now, if Taurus feels pushed, like, pushed to the plumsole point, they can become even more fixed and stand their ground. I mean, they just literally dig their heels in and say, no, I'm not budging. No, there's going to be a lot of silent competitions in this pairing, and possibly arguing. So now this pairing can absolutely last a lifetime, you guys. Okay. But the maturity does matter. They both need to be evolved and mature. Otherwise, this relationship or pairing just will not grow. But they both are very devoted and very loyal. They both are very loving and very kind and caring. I see the issues a lot with like them being very stubborn, and Scorpios are the same way. Like Scorpios, when they believe in something, feel something strongly, they are not going to budge, and neither is a Taurus. Okay, so let's go with Scorpio and Capricorn. Honestly, this may be one of Scorpio's strongest long-term matches. Honestly, you guys, I'm not even joking here. Scorpio and Capricorn often understand each other like in a way that really surprises people. Seriously, like both signs take loyalty very seriously. Both can be very private people. Both respect resilience. I mean, both are very resilient. Let's see here. The one thing that I would say would cause a problem is that they both don't trust easily. No. But anyways, Capricorn oftentimes brings very structured ambition to the relationship, and Scorpio will bring the emotional, energetic, like energies and intuition and emotional depth. And together they really can become a true power couple, like literally. They will build like towers and empires together. They'll have that security. The challenge between these two is that Capricorn can appear emotionally reserved, while Scorpio generally craves emotional honesty. And they need the depth, and they need the loyalty. And like neither one of these signs like forgets easily. They tend to hold a grudge. So if conflict does happen between them, those memories are going to be archived like permanently in an invisible emotional filing cabinet. Okay. So I'm just saying. But you know what? This relationship often lasts because both signs endure, especially when they make a commitment to each other. They'll keep showing up for each other, and over time, the bond usually becomes a lot stronger instead of weaker. So what earth sign do you guys believe would be the best match for a Scorpio? Like, honestly, let me know. Like, as far as like stability and long lasting partnership, what earth sign do you believe? I would like to get your feedback on that. So let's see what we got going on here. But my before I look at this, my vote is in my personal vote is for Scorpio and Capricorn, having the highest probability of staying together for the long term. They have so much in common. Like they have just a lot, they both are very suspicious, reserved. They both can be cranky and moody. But they both really need the loyalty. And you know what, Capricorn and Scorpios also do very well because they like to keep their private life on the down low. Yeah, so there is so much about these two. And if you've got like Scorpio moon and Capricorn moon, or even Scorpio Venus, Capricorn Venus, that's going to be a very good pairing. Capricorn Mars, Scorpio Mars, great match there. The more you have, that are going to match up well. And then, of course, you have to look at other aspects down the road. I'll get into like the houses and stuff. And one of these days I might even have a whiteboard right here explaining how that all works out, but right now I want to just keep it basic and build a foundation and then build on that. So let's see what I missed. I want to get on the action here before I go into my other notes, because I want to actually I want to go into what my spiel was. That was my personal observations. I want to give you what the books say. I don't know, that might be less, attractive and be more boring, but some of you want facts. So, let's see what we got here. Okay, sounds like you guys are talking a bunch of for Scorpio. Okay, so for Scorpio, this is Farminator. Virgo would be a bit too sterile. Good, but kind of boring. There you go. That's good. That's a great, yeah. Taurus would be butting heads with Scorpio. Yes, and right, the fixed sign, exactly. But they'd have fun. Exactly, yeah. Yeah, definitely. And of course they would have it going on in the bedroom too. So just saying. Take that how you will. My mom is this is Rob smiling. My mom is a Virgo. They irritate me. They aggravate me. No thanks. Okay. And they're narcissistic. Okay. So that's your experience. We got Miriam. My rising is Virgo, right? Okay. And Farminator and Cappy would be good for money. Exactly. Oh, and Scorpios love money. Scorpios love and need someone who they can rely on. Oh, and my gosh, and Capricorn is literally a workhorse, you guys. Am I not lying here or what? I mean, because every Capricorn I know they've got one or two jobs, or they're the CEO of a company. They're workhorses, like literally. You can depend on them to show up on time at work. And Virgos too. I would say all three of the earth signs really like money and comfort, the finer things in life, especially Taurus. And Scorpios also do too. So there's a lot of complementary traits between these earth signs. I think depending on your chart and everything, earth sign can be extremely compatible with a Scorpio or other water signs, and to be honest, even Cancer signs. I've always found earth signs to be a safe place for me personally, because I'm emotionally and I'm hyper and intense and deep and emotional. And when I talk to earth sign, I just feel like I'm at home. Like literally, I tell them, like, I just feel like I'm at home when I talk to you, when I'm around you. Your energy is so calming and soothing. But then over time, I find out that like especially Virgo energies can be a little bit boring for me, because I have a lot of energy. So, but then we can take, like, I can look at my daughter who's got 5 placements of Scorpio in her birth chart, and she's just as chill. You would think she was an earth sign, because she's just chilled, relaxed with people waiting on her. She's just calm as a cucumber. She was the easiest baby to raise. She was just simply just a joy to raise, just so easy. But she was very calm. I thought a lot of times that, I had to look at her natal chart. I'm like, I don't know if this is right or not, but I was there. I gave birth to you, so I know this is right. But her energy is, she's so calm and subdued. But anyways, let's see. And Cappy would be good for money. Scorpios could learn from them to endure through more shit and to process the feels better. Exactly. I love that, Farminator. Thank you so much. I love reading these. Rob, Virgo can only help me get a headache. Oh my God. Okay. Farminator. That's awesome, Miriam. Virgo risings don't get enough credit. Okay, let's see here. My Virgo rising gives me OCD. Right. Yeah. I've heard that a lot about Virgos, and they admit it. They have no problem saying, okay, I have OCD. No problem. Capricorns. This is Rob Smiley. Capricorns are definitely workaholics, but they don't make more money than me. Okay. Gotcha. And you know what? That is true. There's a lot of Capricorns I know that work themselves into the ground, even have 2 or 3 jobs. And yeah. And it's like, they're not really going anywhere, but boy, they're Capricorns make great bosses though. I would have to say that. They make great bosses. Libras don't make great bosses because even though they try to be fair and balanced, they end up, no, because they're vindictive. They're not someone you could trust as a boss. I've had Libra bosses. I've had, Capricorn bosses. I've had Taurus bosses. I've had Cancer bosses. Cancer bosses make pretty good bosses as long as you get them on a day where they're not coming in moody. But Cancers and Cancers and Capricorns, even the Taurus boss I had, he was really, really kind, really fair, just so easy to talk to. Let's see here. Rob Smiley, I believe. Okay, so no questions yet. Okay, so I'm 8th house. Let's see. Yes, Miriam. Yes, my Capricorn brother is very workaholic. He has lots of money. There you go. Right? Yeah. Eventually, like Capricorns, like they will go at it and for years. Like it doesn't matter if they're Capricorn moon, Capricorn sun, Capricorn Mars. They got dominant Capricorn. Oh my goodness, they are going to be a powerhouse. They're going to be a workhorse for sure. They will grind and grind and grind. I mean, and they really do care about, what do you call it? The persona, the public persona. They're very, I would say a lot of Capricorns, they're very wise beyond their years. They tend to seem a lot more wise and mature, even when they're not, they get that aura of maturity and wisdom. But yeah, Capricorns, even though they may not be smiling all the time, they might be extra critical, very reserved. They're not going to just be opening up and spilling all of their feelings. They're a lot like a Scorpio in the way that they're very critical. They want to sit back and watch you. They want to see how you interact with people. They're also like Scorpios in the fact that they do not like inauthentic energy. They can feel fake energy a mile away, just like a Scorpio can. They do not want to deal with fake energy at all. So Scorpios and Capricorns are a lot alike in that fact. Capricorns and Scorpios are like, if you're fake, you keep that away from me. I'm not going to deal with you. I'm not giving you the time of day. If you bring in that fake energy towards me, keep it over there. Just keep it way over there, like in another galaxy away from me. Just go. They won't even mess with other people. Capricorns can see through the BS just like a Scorpio can. And Virgos can too. Virgos are actually pretty intuitive. I would say Virgos are very intuitive. They're the natural witches of the zodiac. that are so intuitive are the Cancers, the Scorpios, the Virgos, the Pisces, the Cancers, and Capricorns. I haven't met an intuitive Taurus. Have you guys met an intuitive Taurus? I have not met an intuitive Taurus. I have met very intuitive Virgos and Capricorns. They literally could just see through the BS along with the water signs. I think all the water signs, that's one thing they have in common is being very intuitive. Like they can cut through the BS. They can see through someone's fake facade, the phony baloney stuff. But anyways, let's get back on track and talk about like, we've got Scorpio and Virgo. And so let me go ahead and, since I didn't see any questions, I'm just going to go ahead and go along with, get into my book here, my handy dandy book. Did you guys know that I lost my Princess Diana was a Cancer sun sign, and so was George Bush, one of our presidents. Anyways, I didn't know if you guys knew that or not, but let me get my glasses on. The wording is really tiny in these books. Like maybe when I was 5 years old, I could read tiny, but things change. Okay, so according to this book here, if you want to know, wait, let me go to, let me start with Scorpio first. Let's talk about how you, which I can tell you, and I've talked about it and discussed it with you guys in so many of my videos. Like I've got so many videos about Scorpio, but let me tell you what the book says. Okay. And I'm taking my placements out of here. How to attract a Scorpio. Okay. So if you don't mind me, I'm just going to read a little bit out of this book so you guys know that I actually do my research. I have books. I'm not just, my videos, like I said, yes, I will have my personal stories in them, but I also back up what I say with over 3 decades of knowledge and reading books and stuff like that on astrology. And I've read different books from different authors. So I'm not a scholar of just one book. That would be stupid just to read one book and be done with it. Okay, I know everything. So you never know anything, or you never can know all of it. You have to keep evolving and learning. So now if you guys want to know how to attract a Scorpio, Scorpios are noted for their unpredictability, but here are a few general rules that may serve as a guide. So listen to a Scorpio carefully with full attention. You got that? That is a huge thing. If someone is not giving me their undivided attention, oh my gosh, I'm sending out the troops to take the person away. Yeah. Anyways, that's like a huge turnoff for me. I think the one person that gave me their undivided attention, 2 people gave me their undivided attention, and it was one was a Taurus. Well, no, I have to say 3. The Taurus, the Scorpio, and the Virgo. Definitely, they will literally listen intently. They're great listeners, I just have to say. Anyway, so listen to a Scorpio carefully with full attention. There's no way of faking it, okay? Scorpios always know when you're pretending. We do. Absolutely. And that will be the end before there's even a beginning. Just like I said, yeah, I will literally call on the troops to take the person out of my sight. I'll be like, come and get them. They're gone. History, bye. No, we don't need to go any further. Now, remember an overriding Scorpio trait. Okay, so that's curiosity. Never tell a Scorpio that something happened without including the how or the why. So come with receipts. And if you leave that out, you'll be classified as either dull or superficial. Now, neither type gets far with persons born under this sign. And it's so true. So true. Yeah. If my best friends or family members or lovers, husbands, whatever, did not give me their full attention when I spoke, it was done. It was over before it even began. It was like, take them away. Or, you know, I disown them. Anyways, because like for me, when I would speak in a relationship, I had something very important to say. I wasn't one just to talk, just to hear myself talk. I'm not like a Gemini who could just talk for hours on end about the shape of a tennis ball. Okay. Talk about nothing for 4 or 5 hours. I'm not like that. My energy is so important and vital to me that when I say something, it is going to be heard or you are gone. So anyways, and it's a Scorpio trait, and I'm sure you guys can relate with me. At least I hope you can. Now, Scorpios, they enjoy most forms of recreation, particularly water sports. And that's where I differ. I'm not a water sport person. I was when I was a kid, but when I got older, I started getting less and less interested in water activities. But when I was a kid, I was always in the water. Now, if you're the type who likes a day at the beach or to be on a fishing boat or to take a water skiing lesson, you and Scorpio will have that much in common. So yeah, most Scorpios that I know, like even my daughter, she loves to be on the beach. That is her natural habitat. Like she's always at the beach. Matter of fact, she lives in Hawaii and she lives right down the street from a beach. So she takes my grandkids there. They have a blast. So most Scorpios I know love to be near water. I like to be near water, but I'm not so much, I don't really want to be in it anymore. I just like observing it. I like listening to it, that sort of thing. I like drinking it. Let's see here. Where was I? Scorpios also enjoy parties, social affairs, charity bazaars, and places where they can associate with successful people. I emphasize successful people because that's true. If you get into an argument with a Scorpio, and you should, well, but you shouldn't with anyone under this sign. Okay, so please remember to be respectful. And that is a huge thing for Scorpio. Yeah, sure, you want to debate something, you want to discuss something, but let's do it in a respectful manner. And that is a huge thing for Scorpios. We don't tolerate the disrespect. They're much like the Leos in that respect, because Leos and Scorpios, they just are huge on respect and loyalty. So please remember to be respectful and kind to Scorpios. Scorpios are very proud and they're very serious. And that's very true, you guys. And they don't believe that any of their opinions should be trifled with. And that's also true, even in good humor. And that's exactly how I am, like to a T. Like this summed me up. And I'm seriously, like, you know, when I say something, it's factual, it's deep. And if you make light of who I am or what I'm saying, or, oh man, take them away, guards, take them away. It's not allowed to be in my presence anymore. So that sounds kind of silly, but that's the way that is. So now that's what the book says. And we get back to what we've experienced. I like going, there's so much to be said about reading books and that sort of thing. That's how you learn, right? You learn from others. But I learn through personal experiences more than anything. And you probably all can get on that bandwagon with me because, but someone like who's in their 20s, their teens or 20s, even their 30s, they don't really have a lot of experience yet. But, you get someone who's, 50 or older, you've got someone who's got some stories to tell. Okay. And so when I have people like come on my channel and they listen to my videos, like, oh gosh, you're just another one of those people just expressing your opinions. And no, I actually express my personal stories along with the knowledge that I get from reading astrological books. So you got to have both, okay? In my opinion, that's my humble opinion, you guys. But yeah, and I'm not saying that any of you guys out there do that are here with me today, but I do get some people, and it's just like they must not be operating on all cylinders when they come to my channel. Anyway, so they must be listening to like part of my video, you know, like 1 minute of my video, and then they've already come to a conclusion about, you know, it's like you got to read the whole video, and then you should also listen to all of my videos. You get a much bigger picture of what I'm trying to convey and what I'm all about, and why I have the stories that I have to tell. When you listen to all of my videos, if you just listen to 1 minute of my videos, you're not getting the full picture. And so anyways, enough of that. That's why I have to have notes to keep me on track. So, we got Mally. Hi, Mally. I'm so glad you're here. You made it. So Mally, yes, for sure. Rob Smiley, I'm 8th house. Okay. Yes, my Capricorn. Okay. So I have to go down. I'm missing out here. Rob Smiley, for the breeze and relaxing vibes. And Virgo doesn't take me seriously. That's the problem. Oh, right. I've had that issue myself with Virgos. Yeah. And that's a huge deal between, with Scorpios, is that we are very serious. When we say something, bam, it's serious, and it's written in stone. That's how I see it. Roman, hi, Roman. You're all going to be facing RICO charges for paying Kid Rock to take me out for the Illuminati Freemason Epstein network, and you're going to give back what you stole from me too. What? Okay, you guys know what that's all about? Okay, I'm just, well, whatever. Okay, Rob Smiley, Scorpios have lifetimes full of experience. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Okay, so I don't know what the Roman guy was. Anyways, I don't have, what? All right, let me get back. I need to get to my other notes here, because I wanted to, before I get off of here, let's see here. I wanted to look at my other notes. I have, I'm sure, oh, I have to stop. I have to, what? All right. Well, I guess that's not working out very good. Guess I'm going to have to start this over. Certain zodiac signs take my words out of, okay, let me go up here. Roman is drinking. Oh, he's hallucinating. I'd like to know what he's drinking. All right, so we got Farminator, random, rando, gonna You guys have a great sense of humor. I love it. You guys are making me laugh. Rob Smiley, certain zodiac signs take my words out of context, in my opinion. Right. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, that could definitely happen to me a lot. And then we got Miriam. She's laughing. She's probably laughing at all of us. Rob Smiley definitely said it in stone. Exactly. Yeah, exactly. I'm not going to waste my energy and breath just to talk. Like, what the heck? A lot of people love just to talk about nothing for hours. And I'm like, do you know how much energy you're wasting? Like, it takes energy to talk, you guys. It really does. That's energy that you can't get back. And you're wasting it on ridiculous, nonsensical, superficial talk that, you know, doesn't add value to your life. I'm sorry. If you're talking about the shape of a tennis ball for 5 hours, does that add value to your life? No, it's actually taken away from your life, and you're boring the other person, unless you're talking to your dog or something. But I don't know. Mountain trolls. There you go. Yeah, I like to, that's good. Mountain trolls. I just wonder how many people are lit when they come to my live or to anyone's live, you know, because some of the comments that you get are just like, what the heck is he smoking? I mean, my goodness, I get that too. People are, because of my high energy, I'm high strung and stuff. I've always had people like come up to me and say, well, I like to be on whatever you're on, Missy. And I'm like, am I missing something here? Is this something that you know about me that I don't know, that I'm unaware of? Because I've never done drugs before and I don't drink, and I definitely ain't going to be doing any of that stuff at work. So, I mean, it's like, I think they're on the gravy train to hell or something. Or, like, I'm like, yeah, I'm on something. I'm high on life. So let me get back to my notes here. My phone had to be restarted. I like having like notes I can touch, but I'm trying to train myself, but my phone's just okay. My app that I keep my notes on is not even working now. So I guess I can't even get to my notes. Okay, well, we're just gonna have to rough it, because that's why I like to write things down on paper, because you can't always rely on apps or your phone or technology to work properly. I'm old school, you guys. I'm old school. Are you guys, any of you out there old school? And you like to actually hold a book in your hand and read it instead of downloading like on a Kindle and reading something on a laptop or Kindle or whatever. Anyways, yeah, I'm old school. Let's see her. We've got, so let's talk about my ratings between, like, we got Scorpio and Virgo. I think it's the one we talked about the first. So as far as like, if I'm looking at the compatibility ratings between a Scorpio and a Virgo, and it's between 1 and 10, 5 being that it needs some work, but it definitely can work out if both partners put the work in, okay? And then 1 being like, no, don't go there. Between 1 and 5, I don't encourage that blending of zodiac signs. More than likely, you're going to have way too many challenges, and it's not even going to be worth it. So I would say, like, between 1 and 10, what do you guys think? Scorpio and Virgo, what would you give it? Like a 7, an 8? I'm thinking personally, and this is not based on a book, I'm going to do my personal experience with the Virgos. I'm going to have to say like a 7. Okay. It's definitely more than a 5. And this is based more probably on sun sign, but if I'm going by moon signs, it maybe probably is still a 7, maybe 7.5. And then Scorpio Mars and Virgo Mars, I'm not sure. I'd say it's probably right across the board as 7, if I was to be honest. I'm curious to see what you guys think. Now, as far as Scorpio and Taurus, for me personally, because of my natal chart and because I know my natal chart, I know all the placements and everything, Taurus in general, they're so slow and methodical. And that's the thing, another thing that rubs me wrong about, I love Tauruses, don't get me wrong. They're kind, loving. They haven't, like, every sign has amazing qualities, okay? But for me, with Taurus, they're so slow. You'll be waiting for days if you want to get anything done with a Taurus. Like, oh my gosh. Yeah. Everything is methodical. It's slow. And yeah, I mean, they might be homebodies to a point, but they also, they love the finer things in life. They'll definitely be holding a job because they definitely want that Gucci bag or the Rolls Royce vehicle or, the Batmobile or whatever, so they want the finer comforts in life, and Scorpios do too. But, personally, I would say, like, for me, you guys can chime in. That would be wonderful to hear from you about Scorpio and Taurus on a whole. Like, I would give that more like a 6 for me. It's less than a Virgo. There's so many great things about Taurus and Scorpio compatibility. Like, there's so much sensuality between the two, and the bedroom area would be dynamite. at least in the beginning. Okay. But I would say overall, like for the long term, there would have to be a lot of serious work on both parts to make it to the long term. Because these are two very their fixed signs are set. They're very stubborn. Like you can't. They're immovable. Like once they believe something or know something, and Taurus, they know everything. Okay, you cannot tell a Taurus that they have done something wrong because they're like, no, I don't do anything wrong, and I'm always right. I'm always right. The Scorpios are the same way. You know, once we feel a certain thing or see a certain thing or know a certain thing, you can't change our mind because we know what we know, and we're always 10 steps ahead of everyone else. So this is a really, like on a friendship, I've had some good Taurus female friends, but I couldn't really get deep with them because they were so materialistic. Always talking about the worldly things and acquiring, you know, another Jaguar, or you know, talking about, you know, how many houses they've owned, and like everything was just so superficial, and really couldn't get emotionally deep with them at all. And I need that emotional, like most Scorpios, you guys need that emotional depth. I haven't met Tauruses that can get really deep like a Scorpio can. So that's going to be like a 6. Now I would say Scorpio and Capricorn, and I'm talking all across the board, and those 4 placements I was talking about, that's going to be more like an 8, maybe 8.5, maybe even higher than that. And maybe some of you disagree, and that's fine. You guys don't have to agree with me. I'm just going on my personal experiences. And I would say in general, earth signs in general, I usually get along with, but it's so hard to get deep with a lot of them. Now, Capricorn will listen, and a Virgo are great at listening. They will listen to me, go deep, and talk about all the deep things that are inside of me. With Capricorn, I love the fact that they have the wisdom. They just seem so much more mature. You know, they're serious, like a Scorpio. They take everything serious, especially their checkbook. You guys don't mess with a Capricorn's checkbook or Virgo's checkbook, okay? Because oh my gosh, these 2 signs are really good at finances. They are never late to work. They'll be like 2 hours early to work. They'll start working before work even begins, you guys. I'm serious. I know I can be that way too. So like I used to show up at my work early and start working when everyone else was in a meeting, and I was just work. So I mean, I have the same work ethic as Capricorns and Virgos. I don't think I would get to work 2 hours early, but I'm definitely going to work my booty off. So, yeah, with Scorpio and Capricorns, you guys, I definitely would say that would be the relationship that's going to have the highest probability of lasting for the long term. And this means it's a Scorpio moon and Capricorn moons and Venus, Mars, and even rising signs. So yeah, they get each other. Okay. They both have dry humor. They're both kind of dark. There's just so much about the Scorpio and Capricorn energies and traits, dominant traits, that are just so compatible. They just mesh really well. And I would say Capricorn's great also with Cancer signs too. So that's just my personal. If you guys have any other questions, like that's what I'm here for. You know, like let's talk about it. Let's get to know each other. Let's see here. We got Rob Smiley, Mountain Trolls. Okay, we got Miriam. Right, my coworkers gossip a lot. Right. Miriam says, I don't like wasting my energy on nonsense. Exactly. Yeah, I'm right there with you, Miriam, for sure. I'm like, I can care less what you watched on Netflix last weekend. I don't care about that. Rob Smiley says, glad this chat is blocking my mom's corny boyfriend from talking to me. This chat is blocking my mom's corny boyfriend from talking. Okay, well, that's fine. I do have certain blockers on it, like only certain words and stuff can be said, and otherwise everyone else will be blocked. I mean, if they go against what I've put in place. But anyway, so let's see here. Oh, wait, hold on. Am I? Okay, I've gone way too far down, you guys. I don't know how that happened, but I guess you guys have continued on. Let's see. Rob Miley says, I love deep intellectual conversations. Exactly. And Farminator says, let's get high on life. Exactly. Ziggy Marley. There you go. Rob is smiling. No texting. You have a natural high, my intuitive reader. Yeah, I do. You have no idea. It's too much energy for me to deal with sometimes. You have a natural high. Let's see. I love that about you. Let's see. Ginger magic. I'm an old soul. Yeah, that's how I feel too. Like a very old soul. Like this is my last time around here, you guys. This is it for me. Once I pass, that's it. I'm not coming back to this hellhole. Let's see, 8, 10. Okay, Farminator, Scorpio, Virgo, 8. Okay, so Farminator gives a Scorpio and Virgo an 8 out of 10. Okay, so that's higher than mine. And the Scorpio Taurus, 7 of 10. Okay, I can see that. And Scorpio Cat 9. Yeah, I'm probably with you on the Scorpio and Cappy, like closer to 9, 10. I was being conservative, but I'm really thinking like it's like you, 9, more of a 9, 10. Scorpio with water signs, 11 out of 10. Oof. For me personally, I don't do well with other water signs unless it's Scorpio. Like I can talk for hours with Scorpios. But like another Cancers and Pisces, I can talk to them on a superficial level for a short amount of time, but like to be around them all the time, like my best soul friend, like she ended up being a family member, but she was my best friend in high school and through school. She is a Cancer and love her like a sister, like family, but the moodiness and stuff, like, yeah. So yeah, even though I can be moody like certain times of the day, like at 9 o'clock at night or first thing in the morning, like is when I'm moody. But like to be around somebody that's always moody and kind of unpredictable, up and down and all around, I can't be around someone else that's like that. I need someone who's stable. Let's see, a 0 for me. Let's see. But I respect your input. Thank you, Farminator, for that. Let's see. Old souls. I always thought they are positive. Yeah, definitely. Let's see. Rob Smiley says Virgo is like a Sour Patch Kid. They look good on the outside, but the inside is garbage. That's extreme. Holy moly. Okay, so Farminator's like, Rob, how about we get over the judging? It's not a good look on it. Yeah. Well, I think that we all talk from personal experiences and stuff like that. But yeah, that's one thing I don't do is judge people. I might have my favorites, like everyone might have their favorite signs or favorite foods or favorite this or favorite that. But yeah, I just tend to take people at face value, and yeah, I can see through all the BS for sure. But yeah, I don't do the judging because I definitely have not walked a mile in anyone else's shoes. So till you've been able to walk a mile in everyone's shoes, you have no right to judge another person. That's just my opinions. But Taurus aren't so deep. Yeah. Miriam, I have to agree with you. The Taurus aren't so deep. They really aren't. They really aren't. They have great qualities. Don't get me wrong. But to go deep, like a Scorpio needs to go deep, like deep. Tauruses can't hang. They just can't. And in my personal experiences. Rob Smiley, I'm not here to make friends. Don't take my comments personally. Right. There you go. Just, let's see. Farminator. Taurus are cool. They feed you. They give you comfy stuff. They chill with you. Exactly. That is a great, there's, like I said, Tauruses have great qualities. Like, but like on a long-term, deep level, I can't do it with Tauruses, the ones that I've met personally. But man, like short term, boy, they will treat you like a king or queen. And you know what? Scorpios and Leos love to be treated like royalty. So Tauruses are good for that, for sure. Modern air, Taurus, longtime partner. She would try to match my going deep. Okay. I am a Cancer man, but she was or is or has depth and has high IQ in other areas. Thank you, Modern Air. I appreciate you chiming in on that. And Rob Smiley says, I'm also speaking from my personal experience. Awesome. Yeah, that's what I want to hear. Your personal stories. Like, that's what it's all about. It's just exchanging our personal experiences here. Not putting other people down or judging other signs or anything like that. It's all just about personal experiences. And we might have had I've had really bad experiences with Pisces. Do I think every Pisces is bad? No, but I haven't had really good experiences with Pisces. But that's just the way it's gone for me. So there's so many, like I hear from a lot of Scorpios, Pisces are good for Scorpios. And I'm like, well, that with my Scorpio energy, it has not been good for me. No, I can't trust a Pisces. Maybe you guys can, but no, not in my life. Let's see. I can't connect with Taurus in a soul level. Something is missing. Right. Exactly, Miriam. I'm with you on that. And yeah, totally. That's exactly how I feel. Something is missing there when it's hard to go deep with a Taurus. They're thinking about the next snack they're going to be eating anyways, or how they're going to acquire another, Jaguar to fit in their 6-car garage, I'm smiling. I'm ensuring that I don't repeat past heartbreak by avoiding zodiac signs that I'm not compatible with. Exactly. Yeah. And like I said in the beginning, it's so important. Like we can sit here and talk about, every zodiac sign and how they are compatible with a Scorpio or whatever. But you also have to look at the aspects of the person's environment, of how they were born, how were they raised, and what are their morals. And the biggest thing is also looking at what did their parents do and what did their great parents do and all that, because that runs in the blood. And you don't want to be marrying into a family where there was a history of incest or murder or anything like that, because it gets passed in the blood, you guys. And I'm not even joking about this. So you have to look at so many other things other than the zodiac is used for a tool, because there is certain traits and personality traits that can rub us the wrong way. Seriously. I mean, like Sagittarius's energies rub me the wrong way, even as transformed as I am. Sagittarius energies can, if I allow it, can rub me the wrong way. So, especially when I was less evolved, I definitely allowed it to bother me. I have control of my life and my feelings and how I react and how I think. So if I allow certain energies to bother me, then yeah. But a lot of times now with Sag, because I understand how they think and I understand their traits and all of that, it's a lot easier for me to interact with them now. So, but in the past, oh my goodness, Sagittariuses and Geminis and stuff were like, yeah, I would say most of the air and fire signs like really rubbed me the wrong way. Now that I understand them so much better on a deeper level, I can have a much better conversation, interaction with them, especially like with my son. He's a Gemini, but he's got Taurus influence. And Gemini, I love my son to pieces. My gosh, you guys, he is a genius. And I'm talking a genius. Like he is, he works in the Twin Towers of Amazon. He works in corporate Amazon. These beautiful towers he works in. I'm just like, oh my gosh. But he's so wise. He is so intellectually intelligent. Like he's got a really high, his IQ is like 130 or something like that. 130 or 140, can't remember, but he's got like the perfect balance of genius, and yeah, he amazes me. But oh my goodness, there's the slow Taurus, methodical, and it almost seems like a split personality to me. I understand Geminis, believe me, I understand how Geminis operate, but he was such a good kid though, you guys. He was so easy to raise too. Just both of my kids were angels, I just have to say this. But I understand how to interact with my dad, who's a Gemini, my son, who's a Gemini, but that's only their sun sign. They have other ruling factors too that, so, and they're completely the opposite of mine. Because I don't have Taurus, I don't have the Geminis, I don't have the Sagittarius in my chart. I don't have any of that. So I really have had to learn how to deal with those sorts of energies because they're not in my chart at all. So I don't have any Sagittarius in my chart. I might have one placement of Taurus. I think just one. And I might have one Gemini. I think, yeah, one Gemini, but they're not like in my top 5 placements. They're not a dominant placement. But yeah, I don't have any Sagittarius in my chart, but anyway, so, all we can go on is like our personal experiences, and like Rob Smiley was saying, we don't want to make those same mistakes again. So, all right, let me see what I've missed. As a Taurus woman, okay, this is Mally. As a Taurus woman, all we want is to love and be loved. Do we get along with Scorpio? Maybe. We don't care if you're Scorpio or an elephant or a snake. I love that. Be kind to us and we will be so loyal to you. Yeah, definitely. That is such a big thing that is huge to bring up the kindness, because Tauruses are so kind. They really are caring. They're very caring and very kind. All the Tauruses I've ever known. And Scorpios are also, okay, for all of you out there that aren't Scorpio, Scorpios are also very caring and very kind. We may not be showing all of that to every single buddy, like maybe a Taurus would, because we're more reserved. Like Scorpios, dominant Scorpio energy is going to be a lot more reserved and held for the people that have earned our trust, the ones we've let into our small sanctum, the ones we truly care about, but overall, Scorpios are very kind people. I have not ever met a Scorpio that was just so abrasive and so like, oh my God, every Scorpio I've ever met, even if they were unevolved and not mature yet. And I've met a lot of young Scorpios. None of them were mean. None of them. And I really get tired of hearing across the board how mean Scorpios are. And Scorpios are not mean. They're not spooky. They're not scary. Oh my gosh. Like, what are people reading out there? What are they listening to? Like, Scorpios are so sweet and kind. And Tauruses are just like that. They just may not, Scorpios, when it comes to like truly, like if Scorpio's going to give their loyalty and all that, you have to earn it. If Scorpio's really going to truly love you, it takes a while. Scorpios don't fall in love quick. They do not fall in love quickly, at least the ones I know. It usually takes time. Like a Scorpio's going to sit back and watch you for a long time. Now, I'm not saying that every Scorpio takes time to fall in love, but the ones that I know definitely sat back and observed and watched their love interest, just to see like, okay, what's this person about? They someone I can trust. How are they interacting with other people? Are they treating other people with kindness? Are they spreading rumors and lies about people? Are they gossiping? Are they, what's their energy like? What's their aura? I'm speaking from personal experience. But yeah, but Tauruses and Scorpios are just, they're very kind, sweet, caring people for sure. It's just Scorpios are more reserved. Okay. And I know a lot of people are like, because they're not out and extroverted and out there in your face and you're like, oh, here I am. What do you want? What do you? They're guarding their emotions. They don't trust. Okay, that's the thing. Capricorns and Scorpios are also a lot alike in the fact that they don't trust easily, if ever. If ever. Seriously, both of these signs, they're going to be so suspicious of you. They want to give you the benefit of the doubt, though, because, you know, they just do. But they are not going to go into a relationship and be trusting you blindly. Like, that's not going to happen with a Scorpio or Capricorn. That trust has to be earned in both of these signs. So, and Taurus is just slow about everything. They're just slow. They take their time. I remember my son, because he's got a ton of Taurus, like dominant Taurus energy. Holy moly, when we walk into like a store, like I usually held hands with my kids and my daughter would keep pace with me. Okay. And then my son would just let go of my hand. Before I know it, he's like 10 miles behind me, walking at the slowest, like a sloth pace. And I'm like, he would talk. The only thing he did fast, and this was his Gemini that kicks in because he's got that genius Gemini mind. When he read a book, you couldn't understand what he was saying. He was already at the end of the book before you finished your first sentence in the book. Like, he read so fast, I'm just like, whoop, and he understood what he was reading, you guys. But it was a blur. But oh my gosh, talk about methodical energy. To me, I like things fast. Let's get it done. Let's do it now. You know, I don't want to waste any time. If we're going to do this, we're going to do it now. I'm going walking. I'm going to go walking now. It's going to be fast. It's going to be hard. It's going to be heavy. It's going to be serious. I'm going to get it done. And then my son's like, la, 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 let me take my time and walk at my pace. You're not going to rush me, Mom. Don't rush a Taurus because they do things at their pace. They're stubborn, very stubborn. Like, yeah. Anyways, love them though. I love my son though, you guys. Oh, my goodness. Silly things. Okay, so let me see what I missed out on here. Get caught up on my people. All right. So we've got let's be positive then. Yes, you guys, let's be positive for sure. Let's bring that positive Leo energy. Let's see her. Rob Smiley, I'm a night owl. Rob Smiley, you get along great with my son. He is a night owl too. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Of course, he doesn't live with me, but he was always a night owl. He could stay up till 1, 2 o'clock in the morning. I'm in bed at 9. Boom. That's it. Because if I'm at past my night, my time, like 9 o'clock is the cutoff. I get really moody. Just saying, you guys, like, I'm going to own it. Let's see, Dave. Let's see her. Miriam. Okay, we got Miriam. I can't connect with Taurus any soul level. Something. Oh, okay. All right. I just read that already. All right. So, Rob Smiley. I'm ensuring that I don't. Okay. So I went back too far, you guys. Okay, Molly. As a Taurus woman. All right. So yeah, I did go back way too far. Rob Smiley. Do you get me? Yeah. Oh, you're talking to Dave. Okay. I'm not everyone's cup of tea, right? Well, we shouldn't be everyone's cup of tea. How boring would that be? Like, seriously. If we were all the same, that would be a very boring world. And I couldn't handle a world that was everything was all the same color, everyone thought the same way, had the same opinions, they had the same experiences. And that would be so boring. Like, I need a colorful world, like with different opinions and different perspectives. And when you get older, you guys, the older you get, the more you appreciate other people's perspectives on things. I know when you're younger, you're just like, no, this is what I believe, blah, 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 and you're just, tunnel vision. But the older you get, the more you start really appreciating listening to like others' experiences and perspectives and all that. I've learned a lot listening to other people, especially my elders, people that are in their 60s and 70s and 80s, and the stories that they tell. You can learn so much from older people, you guys. I'm just saying, you know, when you're in your 20s and 30s and maybe even 40s, you're just like, no, it's all about me. And I think this way, this is what I believe in. That's, and nothing's going to change my mind. It's all, you know, and yeah, you don't want to listen to anybody because what you know, what you think is right. And that's the only way. It's the only way. Boom, bam. Everyone else is wrong. But it's so different when the older you get. You like, I always appreciated listening to my elders when I was even in my teens, you guys. I would visit older people like in hospice places and stuff, and I would hold their hands and talk to them. And back then I was very religious, so I'd pray with them and stuff like that. But I loved bringing joy to the older folk and listening to their stories, that sort of thing. I have a lot of compassion for people that are weak. And let's see here. I'm trying to scroll down. Drinking my beverage very slowly. Rob Smiley's drinking a beverage. What are you drinking, Rob Smiley? My creative process works better at night when I'm writing. There you go. So you write books. Okay, so Modern Air. Can you encourage a young 20-something Scorpio to evolve and heal? What can you do? That's the word you used right there is encourage. With Scorpios, you want to be authentic and be direct, but not in a harsh manner and an abrasive manner. Like when I'm trying to talk to my daughter about something that she's going through, because she's put herself through a lot of trauma in her life, I just listen to her. I don't try to, I give her, I definitely have encouraging words and all that, but I also talk about my personal stories and stuff like that. And I definitely talk to my daughter in a very respectful and a very tactful, loving manner, loving, caring manner. She always knows that when I'm sharing something with her, that is done out of love and authenticity, without pressurizing, without saying, oh my gosh, what the heck are you doing with your life? That was a stupid decision. When in the world did you go back to that idiot for? What? So those sorts of things will make a Scorpio flee from you and hide forever. Okay. So, you don't interrogate a Scorpio, but the one thing, like you said, is encourage them. Use encouraging words, you know. There's so many words you can use that can encourage a Scorpio to look deeper into themselves. I don't know a lot of Scorpios that don't go deep, whether it's really, really good. They go deep for good reasons or bad reasons. And I'm going to stress this right here. A typical dominant Scorpio person, like literally, is black or white. This is hard for everyone else to understand because most people operate in gray. They're always warm, lukewarm, you know, they're flighty and they go over here and like they don't stand on anything. And I know it seems extreme behavior. It is extremist behavior to most folks that aren't Scorpios or even Cancer signs. But yeah, Scorpios are either going to be really, really deep and dark. They love like psychological things, anything that's dark and mysterious. Scorpios are not afraid to face the darkness. They're not afraid to face anything that's evil or perceived as evil. I know those Scorpios are into the paranormal world, into esoteric Gnostic texts and learning, are into even the supernatural, even into witchcraft and that sort of thing, or into psychic work and mediumship and healing work. And Scorpios make good teachers once they evolve. But yeah, as far as her encouraging a Scorpio, yeah, it just, I don't really know what words right off the top, because I usually have to be in the situation to give you the best examples. But I think that just being encouraged, like when you talk to somebody, you just say, I encourage you, to do this, to look into this, maybe check out this book, or check out that, or I like to start off with something that I've looked into and then say, hey, maybe you might be interested in checking this out. If it's a book that might help be a helpful tool for them, if they read it, they can learn different ways to deal with their healing and stuff. But yeah, like on one-on-one, like with people, it's a different story with me. But like the main thing to avoid, though, if you're going to try to with Scorpios, because I don't know if they're operating in the white or the black area. There's no gray for Scorpios. So if they're on the black end, they're all the way black. Okay, they're not surface level, and they're not gray. So it's black or white, all or nothing, ride or die type energy. So but yeah, let's see here, Scorpio, and I would have to know more about the person that you're dealing with. But yeah, let's see, modern era. Can you encourage? Okay, so I love thinking outside of the box. Right? Yeah. Rob Smiley, being a fixed sign, it's easy to get stuck in your own way. Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. It is, and that's why it's so imperative that, since Scorpios are a fixed sign, that they do take the extra steps to look inside of themselves and do the healing work and stuff like that. Otherwise, you literally get anchored, I would say more anchored to your ways. And if your ways were built in a memory of trauma, then you can be stuck there for your whole entire life and live in that memory of trauma because you have anchored yourself to it. Fixed signs can do that for sure. That doesn't mean you can't break those chains and get out of your own imprisonment and transform and all that. It's just more challenging for a Scorpio because you are fixed. Whereas Pisces is adaptable. They're not a fixed sign, so they're mutable and changeable, easily to change with their environment and stuff. For Scorpio it's different. It's challenging for a Scorpio, but not impossible. It just means that, like, when you do the inner work, when you do make the decision to do your inner work, dealing with your traumas and all of that stuff is going on deep inside of you in your unconscious, it just means your reward is going to be so much more than everyone else's. You have to go to the depths of despair to know what it feels like to be in mirth and to feel complete 100% happiness and joy in your life. You can't know the one without the other. You can't have light without the darkness. You can't even see the light unless you go through darkness. So, I mean, you got to have the polarity. You got to have, so it's so much more rewarding for a Scorpio because of the extremes that they are, black or white. Everyone else is just like commonplace, but Scorpios is so much more intense. You got the emotions, you got the water of emotions. Water is the most powerful thing on earth. Seriously, it holds memory. There's so much power in water. So let's get it flowing and break the chains. So Rob Smiley says, being a fixed sign, it's easy to get stuck in your own ways. Okay, I read that. It is not. If it's not broke, don't fix it. Right. Well, see, my mom has this mindset. She's like 76 years old, but she has this, and she's Pisces with Cancer moon. But what she was telling me this last time I visited her in Nevada, she was saying, I'm fine in my spirituality. I'm set. I'm comfortable where I'm at. Now you have to take into consideration that this woman has probably never read a book in her life, but she claims to be Christian. She's judgmental. She's negative. She has all the negative qualities you can possibly think. She has a victim mentality. She's basically been stuck in her way since she was 5, or probably before that. And she's never spiritually evolved. And I'm fine in my comfortability. Yet she has treated all of her daughters like poop. She's not a kind person. She's not a loving person. It's all about her. Woe is me. She has that martyrdom complexity. Everyone's always doing her wrong, and she's just this angel, and she's never spiritually evolved. She doesn't have any Scorpio in her chart whatsoever. But the fact is that she was fine just staying where, and I looked at her when she told me, I'm fine, I'm comfortable. And I'm like, Mom, then you are dead. You're already dead. You don't have to be dead, to be in a coffin, you guys. You are dead when you say, I'm fine being what I am. Seriously? There is no reward in being content in your own chains and prison that you put yourself into. There is no reward. People get comfortable with their chains, imprisonment. I know people get comfortable with that. My mom is one good example. I don't recommend that for all of you, especially Scorpios. I do not recommend that for Scorpios. You will have so much more rewards if you take the time to invest in yourselves. And I'm just saying this personally speaking. I have Scorpio and Moon, and it's a debilitation. And I put the work in against the debilitation of the Scorpio and Moon. It's just one of my Scorpio placements. And if I can do it, if I can go against the natural flow and nurturing energies of moons, you guys can do it too, okay? I mean, I know Scorpios and go through a lot of traumatic things with themselves, but you also have the power to pull yourself out of there. You have the power to break those chains and evolve. And that is, in my opinion, and I'll say this until, I pass, which I believe I'm immortal. Anyway, so that's another story. But I will say this until I pass. That is your duty and your responsibility to transform and transcend your former self. I'm very passionate about that. Very passionate. I don't care what anyone thinks. Like, if you are not taking time to become a better spiritual being and evolve spiritually, you're not someone I want in my life, period. So it goes beyond just like taking care of yourself if you have addictions to alcohol or anything like that. Yes, you need to take care of, that's part of your spiritual evolution, is going, oh my gosh, drinking is not adding value to my life. If anything, it's taken away from my quality of life. Doing cocaine or whatever the addiction might be for you, is it adding true value to your life? Is it adding quality to your life? Those are things you need to ask yourself. If something doesn't add value to your life, you need to pluck it out. Get rid of it. You will not, when you have all these things weighing you down, whether it's childhood traumas and stuff, you can't fly. You cannot be free. You are imprisoned to your own self. So, and your own vices and your own, everything is, anyways, this is about Scorpio and other signs. So I don't know why I got on that. Sorry, you guys, but yeah, I get off on a tangent, but yeah. Farmator, do you think a Scorpio is stronger than a Pisces, but they use their stinger to keep badness out? You think Scorpio is stronger than a Pisces? I don't think it's really so much about being stronger. I think it's more about like the spirituality, like the evolution of a person. Because I definitely know Scorpios that will use their stingers for everything, like go crazy with it. And maybe take it to the extreme. And I'm speaking from experience, you guys, okay? So, and I was way younger but I wouldn't just, if a stinger is being used, and this is coming from personal experience, if I used my stinger in my young years, it was because they had it coming. But now when a Scorpio evolves, like really evolves and transforms and all that, that stinger turns into more of a teaching tool, a mirror of sorts, of trying to help others heal. A Scorpio, like I said, black or white, you got your white Scorpios will become your healers. And they are great teachers. Your unevolved black Scorpios are all about themselves. Okay. They're tied down in the muck and the mire and all that. They're black, black, black. Okay. And then, so you got Scorpio who could be so angelic, so like, wow, where did you come from? Where have you been all my life type Scorpio? Then you've got the other one going, oh my God, you're like a demon. It's literally like that, like having a demon and an angel on your shoulders when it comes to Scorpios. There's no gray in between. So it depends on when you meet a Pisces or a Scorpio in their spiritual evolution. Some people never spiritually evolved, and that is a fact. And I know that I've learned now that not everyone is meant to spiritually evolve. Not everyone is meant to go become free and walk on the road of the rainbow road and all that and be a wise teacher, but Scorpios have the ability to be just incredibly amazing healers. Not only just for themselves, but others. Because once a Scorpio is healed themselves, they are amazing healers for everyone else. I've seen amazing Scorpios. I've met and known Scorpios that were just like white. Okay. They've done the work and they're just like, wow, you just want to be around them all the time. Then the other, and this goes for Pisces too. Okay. So, and I don't think it's a matter of being stronger or anything like that. It's a matter of where is each sign at in their evolution, in their spiritual evolution, transformation. Scorpios are just privy to have the 5 to 7 transformations part of their sign, and Pisces doesn't have that. But yeah, let me read the rest of it because I might have missed something. So you think a Scorpio is stronger than a Pisces, but they use their stingers to keep badness out. Well, Pisces have no armor, we absorb. Yeah. Pisces are, you're right, you absorb. You're like the emotional sponges, the zodiac. Let's see. But Scorpios also absorb. Let's see here. While Pisces have no armor, we absorb, we heal those that sting us because we know it's from pain. Well, yeah, but like a Scorpio doesn't, the ones that I've known, the Scorpio is not going to be using their stinger unless you've earned it. That's the thing that most people don't get about Scorpios. And this is like, not only by the book, but also by personal experiences, is that the Scorpios I've known, I'm around a lot of Scorpios, like my whole entire life. And not only my family, my daughter is one, and my aunt, and gosh, I know so many Scorpios, it's not even funny. But the Scorpios that I know aren't just using their stingers just to use their stingers, you guys. It's not like they're like, oh, I don't like the way you look today. Oh, you looked at me a little funny. Oh, they have to actually, like, you have to mean something to a Scorpio. You have to be someone that they've actually cared about and loved for them to even want to use their stinger. If they have any kind of feelings for you, and you meant something to them at all, like a friend, family, lover, husband, wife, whatever, a colleague that they really liked, and you turned on them, you did something to betray them, and yeah, they're going to that, that's what happens. It's not like they go around just using their stingers. And I think that most people have that misconception about Scorpios, like they just go around just using their stingers because it's fun. We like to, we like to hurt people. And that is so not even close to what happens. If anything, it's more like, I wouldn't even call it so much revenge as it is just mere, like whatever you're doing to me is going to be coming back at you tenfold. So whether the person takes the matters into their own hands or they let, Hades take care of business, then that's up to them. But you know, it's not like if I ever used my stinger is because somebody that I loved or cared about like really hurt me, you know. So, and I did have a Pisces husband that did hurt me a lot, so he got stung a lot, and I was actually very young too, and I was still trying to learn me and learn everything about life and raising two young kids, so there was a lot on my plate. But you know, even when I was young and not evolved, I wasn't just hurting people just to, I was actually doing the opposite. I was actually always trying to care for people and help people and teach people, um, and just be there for people that needed me. Because Scorpios can be a rock for me. Like Scorpios can be very dependable, you know. They'll take you in and help you when they can. So let's see her. But I appreciate your feedback. I love that because it helps me have something to talk about. Let's see. True. Pisces have duality. We are in tune with Neptune. Yes. But also with Jupiter. Exactly. Neptune is misunderstood. Yes. You're right about that too. That's why I have, each sign is going to get their own playlist, but I did start a playlist on Pisces because Pisces is definitely misunderstood. I did a video on that too. Let's see. Neptune is misunderstood, can be very malignant and illusion. Yeah. So, Scorpio transmutes negative energy daily. There you go. Let's see here. It's not necessarily a stinger. Yeah. Us that evolve will walk away from it. Right. Exactly. Yes. Yeah. It's up to the huckleberry to see it as they want. Those who harm us, sting themselves. Yeah, exactly. That's how, yeah, that's a really, oh, okay. Let's see. Mighty Mouse Girlfriend. Hi, Mighty Mouse Girlfriend. Thanks for chiming in. I appreciate that. I love that. I love hearing you guys and your different experiences. And yeah, let's see here. Scorpio transmutes. Yeah. Scorpio is ruled by malefic planets, you guys, but that's for another time. I don't want to talk about the malefic planets right now, but see, people take the negative energy as like being bad, and it's actually not, because negative energy is vital. You know, it's just as important as positive energy. Okay, so you can't have one without the other, and you can't learn anything in life if it was all light and love. I mean, what would be the point of being here in hell? Because that's where we're at. If it was all just light and love and all white, and you know, you don't learn and grow. And the purpose is to spiritually grow and become, you know, all observing and earn that white robe. So, anyways, yeah. So as far as like Scorpio's compatibility, we were talking about like Scorpio and Virgo signs. Is anyone out there, like in a relationship with a Virgo, sun, moon, Mars, Venus, or rising sign? And I'd like to know how that's going for you. And so I think I've thoroughly, at least for this live video, because I like to just keep things kind of light and kind of go with where you guys are going, go with the direction of where you guys want to take this. So I don't need to stay on Scorpio with signs, but if you guys take it somewhere else, we can go there for sure. I just, I already talked about what I felt the best matches were. I can do another live down the road on Scorpios and fire signs, because those are interesting matches there too. Scorpio with Aries, or Scorpio with Leo and Aries, or not Aries, Sagittarius. I like to call my Sagittarius. But so you get reading recommendations for us. I need to go up here because I think I missed what you were trying to say here. So hello, sister. Mighty Mouse. See, that's going to be easy for me to remember. Mighty Mouse. I'm so glad you're here. Okay, so far made an awesome username, Mighty Mouse. Let's see, Rob Smiley, Karmic Justice, take care of everything. Yeah, exactly. I mean, there's with Scorpios, like I tell people you need to be kind to a Scorpio because they are unique in the fact that whatever you give to a Scorpio is going to come back to you tenfold. And I'm serious when I say tenfold. Other people might say sevenfold or whatever. I'm like tenfold. I've seen it happen in my own life. Like whatever energy you give to a Scorpio you can expect it to be coming back to you. So tread lightly, be kind to your Scorpios, because if you are doing some immoral things to a Scorpio, you're literally biting yourself in the butt. Okay, you predestined yourself for negativity, something bad to go down. I mean, I've talked about it like in so many of my videos, you guys, of my personal stories. I inject a little bit at a time, a trickle effect. Which reminds me, gets me back to one of the ladies, I think it was Miriam, in the comments was saying, asking me, was asking me how to attract a Scorpio or whatever. And one of the top two things is like loyalty, of course, is number one for Scorpio. Don't be shady. Okay. If you are any other sign out there and you want to get with a Scorpio, don't be shady. Be reliable, be consistent, be authentic, be who you say you are, and be loyal. Loyal is number one. Boom, boom, bam. Okay, I'm just saying it right there. You want to attract a Scorpio, don't be doing shady business. Don't be going behind a Scorpio's back when it's turned and going and gossiping to your coworkers or to whoever, mutual friends and family. And, oh, guess what they did the other day? Oh my gosh. Oh, you never believe. Don't be doing any of that nonsense. Don't be doing anything shady like that. You'll be cut off. You won't even have a chance with a Scorpio if you've got shady behavior. You have to be true to yourself. You have to be true blue. You have to be loyal, consistent. And another important thing to keep a Scorpio, to get a Scorpio's attention and attract them, is be mysterious. Be a little mysterious. It's like if you have a 500-piece puzzle, don't be giving them all 500 pieces. That spoils the whole puzzle. I mean, keep your treasure chest locked. Don't be that junk drawer, okay? And you're just out there, look at me, I mean, don't do things, like it's kind of like don't be a movie trailer giving away the plot in the first 2 minutes. Be a book that has a many chapters for that Scorpio to read. That takes time. You don't just, yes, a Scorpio needs the depth. They need deep conversations. But even when you're talking to your Scorpio partner or friend or whatever, you don't just let it all out. Here's all my cards. They're on the table. This is what's happened to me. This is me right here. No, that takes time. Be vulnerable enough to go deep when you do have a conversation with a Scorpio, because you're going to have a lifetime to share all of those little pearls of, experiences that you've gone through. You don't do it all at once. You don't put it all out there at once, so keep the mystery. Scorpios will get very bored with you if you're just like, here I am. This is me right here. See, if you do that all at once, oh my gosh, or do it in the first month that you've known them. Holy moly. Like, okay, next, done here. I've seen it all already. What's left to see? It's like someone who dresses like like they work on a corner. They're not leaving anything to the imagination. Well, you got to do that kind of in a Scorpio way of, if you're wearing nothing what's left to see? What's left to see? you know, so like leave some mystery to you. And so those are the big things. Like if you're out there trying to attract a Scorpio, I know that those are big things for keeping a Scorpio's interest or attracting them or whatever you want to call it. But heaven and hell can be in the same place. Exactly. Yes. It depends on the person and what they believe. So whatever a person believes here, I'm just going to give you guys a little bit of, because I've had some out-of-body experiences. Whatever you believe here before you pass over is what you will believe on the other side. I'm just saying. It's important to get yourself right here, because when you pass over in your etheric crystalline body, you are going to be manifesting instantly whatever beliefs you believe. If you are truly one of those religious people out there that believes there's a hell, fire and demons and all that, it will manifest itself when you pass over. If you don't believe that there's hell and you just believe in heaven and love and whatever you want to believe, that's what you will manifest instantly. So it's really important to get yourself right now before passing over. And I'm just saying from personal experience, and this is stuff I'm not pulling out of it's not from a book and it's not out of my booty. So it's something that I actually personally have seen with my own eyes. So anyways, just so you know. You can take it or leave it, guys. But in heaven and hell can also be here. It depends on what you believe. So you might want, I encourage you guys all to like really examine yourself. What do you really believe? What are the true beliefs you hold about everything in life? About money, how you're supposed to acquire money, about like literally everything. I mean everything. Because we are programmed as soon as we slip into this world, or born slippy, and then bam, we're just like bombarded with how we're supposed to think and what everything's supposed to look like and what we're supposed to believe and blah, 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 and on and on and on. So you guys know, you're not kids anymore, but we learn from what we see. We learn from what things that were shoved into our brain going through school and all that, nonsense. So, yeah, you have to go in and examine yourself and reprogram yourself and go, you know what? I don't want to believe any of that. This is what I want to believe, and then that will be your reality, period. So anyways, Scorpios have the most, because Scorpio's last transformation is sorcery, being a sorcerer. And that's not a bad thing, you guys. So I'm not into all the witchcraft stuff, but I say sorcery as in creator. So Scorpios have the strongest ability, and in my opinion, are the strongest, most powerful sign, because of the fact that you have the ability to transform. If that's what you want, you have to want it. Your transformations aren't going to come without work. So you guys just know that right up front, that you can't go from a Scorpion to a creator, a healer, just by happenstance, for being in the right place at the right time. You have to actually do the work, you guys. You got to make a decision. You have to be passionate about it. You want to evolve. You want to be the best version of yourself possible. You can't heal others if you are a sick, broken person. I'm just saying, you can't truly love others unless you truly care and love about yourself first. So just saying, there's a lot of things I've learned in life, and I didn't learn them overnight, you guys. Like when I was growing up, everyone says it wasn't like built in a day. Rome wasn't built in a day. That's what I always heard. Like, Rome wasn't built in a day. It takes time. Well, it does actually take time to learn so much. Let's see, the Scorpio, we're going to go back here. Let's see, modern era, very, very interesting. Manifestation, like truth thinking. I tend to manifest what I want. Oh, awesome. Thank you for sharing that, modern era. I'm not the only one. Yay. It's nice to know that I'm not the only person that really understands that. Rob Smiley, my eyes make them feel naked anyway. That's so true. The way Scorpios look at you, holy moly, you do. You literally feel naked. I swear, that's so true. So true. That's funny. Miriam, this Scorpio man came up to me and asked me lots of personal questions. He told me I am mysterious and quiet. Now we're friends and he still doesn't know much about me. Awesome. Good. Keep him coming back for more, Miriam. That's it. Just little trifle, little, treats a little bit at a time, You don't want to put out the full main course and then boom, it's over. The suspense is gone. The suspense is gone, you guys. If you're laying out all your cards on the table to a Scorpio or the full course meal right there, then, if you're telling who you are and all that in 1 month's time or 2 months time, oh my gosh, your Scorpio is not going to stay with you. I'm sorry. They're going to be I'm out of here. Yeah. It's so true. Like, what else is there to learn? Like, you just gave me this the full course meal already. What else is there? I've even had dessert. What else is there? So I love that. But I love that for you, Miriam. That's awesome. I can see inside her soul. Let's see. Are you talking, whose soul can you see inside of? Miriam's? I see exactly what I'm, okay, cool. The scorpionic glare. Yes, yeah, exactly. Yes. I call it, you guys, and you can tell me if you're like this. I call the Scorpio glare. The Scorpio stare, not glare. What is going on with this? Like, let's get the words right here. The Scorpio stare is either I want to kill you or eat you. And you guys can take that how you want, but that's it. That's my definition of the Scorpio stare. And you can interpret all the way you want. So I can see beyond the veil. They're awesome. You can see beyond the veil. Yeah, I can too. But see, yeah. Anyways, let's see, Farminator, sub cutie, fluffy bunnies. Farminator, sub cute. Oh, hi, Kiss from Jay. Agreed. Hi, how are you been? Hey, sister. I've got Kiss from Jay here in my live chat, and I'm so like, wow. How have you been? If you guys don't know this lady is so intelligent. She has an amazing channel of herself, Kiss from Jay. And if any of you guys are interested in starting your own YouTube channel, you want to go head over to her channel and subscribe, because she's so motivational. She's a genius. Like, I mean, she's really helped me when we came into YouTube, starting our YouTube channels at the same time. And I think I started like 4 weeks before she did. Once she started her channel, she came to my channel, and then I checked out her channel. And she was just such an inspiration. Like, she's just like a gold mine of intellect, like way beyond my thinking. Like, as far as this sort of thing goes, I'm like, oh, I was like a deer in headlight. But yeah, she's amazing. She's brilliant, just brilliant. You guys can learn so much from her. But yeah, sister, what you been doing? Let's see here. Let me see what you've been saying, LL. Okay. Did I miss you up here? Kiss from Jay. Did I miss? Okay, so you're just in. Okay. So and we got Farminator. Pisces keeps Scorpios guessing. Yeah. I think that could be true. That is very true. With some of the, in my younger years, definitely with the Pisces I was interacting with, definitely. Let's see who we got. Mighty Mouse Girlfriend, Farminator, okay, you're talking to each other. I just want to see what. Okay, we got Kiss from Jay. I'm wonderful, love. Hope all is well with you, sis. Yes. I'm taking the plunge, and I've been, listening to your videos and stuff. I've come to your channel, and I'm like, you know what? I'm still not comfortable going live. And so a lot of the reason I'm starting to go live more now is because of the things that, you know, you inspired me to do, you know, and I think like just doing it over and over and over, it has helped me get a little more comfortable looking at, I try not to look at myself though, you guys, like when I'm talking to you, I'm trying not even to look at myself because it's almost like a distraction. So I'm just trying to be focused in on like what I'm trying to convey and then like what you guys are trying to say to me. Cause like if I look at myself, I'm like, oh gosh, I just like, no, it will get me off on another, you know, thinking something else, you know, thinking about something crazy, but it's like a distraction. It's really weird, you know, especially when you first go live and you see yourself or you do your first videos. It's really disconcerting and uncomfortable. But anyway, so I'm so glad you're doing good, Miss J. I'm so glad. I just can't believe you're here. I'm shocked. I'm just like, I'm in shock. I'm just like, my sister showed up, you guys. She's a lovely, lovely lady. You guys go and sub to her channel. I was supposed to, gosh, my life has been so like chaotic the last 2 or 3 years and stuff with moving and oh my gosh, I don't even want to go into that now. But I wanted to have her on my channel and I wanted to roast her because she is an Aquarius. And I was actually going to start a series of like roasting each sign, but not like, you know, in a bad way, you guys, just like asking questions because she's Aquarius sun. I think you're Libra moon. I think, right? Am I right? Kiss from Jay. And so anyways, but you're Aquarius. And so I wanted to have her on my show. And I haven't gotten to that point yet. I now have more people showing up. In the past, even though I had the subscribers, I'm like, I have all these subscribers. Where are you guys? You guys are falling asleep on me. So I think here in the really near future, I'm going to start up with that series again where I can have someone have like an interview with each sign and like roast them. Okay. Do, you know, good and bad, you know, the angelic traits and the more darker traits of each sign, just kind of do a nice loving roast. Okay. Because we don't want to get carried away. But anyways, we'll have to do that sometime. I think me getting more comfortable in front of you guys was a big step. Just do it over and over and over again, you know, so. Rob Smiley, wish I had a smash burger. Those are so delicious. Okay. Let's see, modern air. Did I miss something? Oh, wait, here we go. I went down I'm still trying to get used to the scrolling. Let's see her. I did scroll way down, you guys, on the Scorpio stare from my, okay, so we're talking, this is modern air. The Scorpio stare from my experience is also entering like an internal moment where they're taking in what you're saying to them or their environment also. Yeah, exactly. We're absorbing everything. It's not even about the actual stare. It's that we are literally looking into your soul, but we're also absorbing everything from your soul, your vibes, everything about you. I can see into someone's heart, their soul, everything. Like, I've never been wrong about a person. I can even look at someone's picture and just be like, no, this person's got some blackness in their heart. They need to take care of. So, yeah, it's so much more of going deep into someone's soul and feeling out their vibrations and if they're authentic or not or whatever. The X-ray vision of a Scorpio and absorbing other people's energies. You see Scorpio mama. Pisces tells fibs. Hi, Scorpio mama. Thanks for chiming in. Pisces tells fibs, as that's probably, yeah, I have to say that I can't disagree with you on that one. I'm just going to leave it there. Kiss from Jay. Aw, you're so sweet. You are too, Miss Jay. I just speak the truth, you know. Yeah, you really helped me so much. So, you know, Yeah, you were a huge inspiration for me I mean, I already knew that I wanted to continue to do YouTube and I enjoy it so much. But you were such a huge inspiration for me. Your videos were so encouraging for me. And I learned a lot of different things that I didn't know. I was just like, wow, I'm so glad she's pointing this out because I had no idea this was going on. Like, seriously, I was really lost. I was winging it most of the time. And then I come and get a notification from you. And then I'm like, oh, wow. Okay. This really helps me out. Cause I was wondering what was going on here, but let's see. We got Rob Smiley. Stare and glare, different variations of the same thing. Well, yeah, that's very true. Farminator subbed. Farminator, you just now subbed to me, Farminator? Is that what you're saying? Yay! I'm honored. Thank you for subbing. I'm honored to have you. Miriam, you retracted. Okay, so Smiley, multiple different applications. Farminator, Pisces, stare back. Yeah, Pisces definitely can stare back for sure. They have that dreamy, I want to eat you, maybe think about having you on the back burner and fantasy land type of stare. I'm just saying. My mom is a Pisces. My ex-husband was every Pisces I've ever known. I swear to you, this is a true story, you guys. Every Pisces, male or female, always had 2 or 3 people on the back burner, even if they were married. You know, it just like, whoa, no, that don't work for me. So, but yeah, gotta love those Pisces though. The Scorpio man stares at me. This is Miriam. This Scorpio man stares at me a lot with his warm eyes and just very caring. Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah. Then he wants to eat you. So I'm just kidding, Miriam. But yeah, no, I'm not. So Rob Smiley, I will check her out. Let's see here. Kiss from Jay. I completely understand. And Rob Smiley, I like to soak up game. Rob Smiley, golden nuggets of wisdom. Yeah, Miriam. Sometimes I avoid staring back at him because it's very intense. Yeah, definitely. You can get caught up in all of that stare. It's very magnetic though when they stare at you like that, unless they're angry. Scorpio mama, the only thing I don't about myself is holding of druggies. And then let's see, kiss from Jay. Let's see, what is my sister got to see here? What? Oh wait, did I pass it up already? What's going on here? I'm still down for it, boo. Yes, I'm Aquarius, Capricorn rising and Libra. Okay, so you're Capricorn rising. Really? Awesome. Okay. And Libra moon. Okay. Awesome. I love that Capricorn rising. I love Cappy energies all day. I love the Cappy energies. Yeah. Love. Let's see. And Vedic astrology and what I relate to, I'm Capricorn rising too, you guys. So just saying. I've always been told, oh, you're cold-hearted. You got that cold stare. I'm like, whatever. You don't like it, go away. Let's see here. Farminator. No, don't give up staring back. You treat Scorpio the same way. Okay, yeah, let's see here. Scorpio mama, grudges. Yeah, right. You know, Scorpio mama makes a good point. It's so true. It's hard for Scorpios to forgive. And yes, we can forgive. It is possible for Scorpio to forgive someone that's betrayed them or whatever, or done them wrong, like really wrong. But it's even harder it's hard to forget. That the forgetting is the worst part. Let's see. And Capricorns are like that too. They're like, we don't forget. Scorpios and Capricorns don't forget anything that was done wrong to them. Neither does Cancer signs. Rob Smiley, remembering someone's placement is very impressive. Oh, well, thank you, Rob Smiley. Yeah. Well, I mean, she came to my channel, and she Miss J came to my channel, and she told me what her placements were, like over like a year and a half ago, or whenever it was, a long time ago. And she told me what her different placements were, and I just started my channel, so I didn't have a whole lot of videos, and I did those particular videos according to her placements. She was one of my first consistent, one of my first, not the only, but one of my very first consistent YouTube family. That, I mean, that she kept coming on channel, and I would go to her channel, and we interacted. We just kept in touch. My life has been kind of a roller coaster ride in the last 2 years, so it's been really hard to get me tied down. I'm always like going somewhere, doing something, like major things, like major moving or major trips. Like I drove all the way out to over 2,000 miles to see my family in Nevada. And then I've been moving. I sold my house, and I'm just like, there's been so much upheaval and good things. That's not bad. A lot of it's not, some of it is, but some of it has like been really a blessing. It's been things that I've manifested, that I've created for myself. So there's a lot of good there too. But yeah. And so I went to 32 different schools as a kid, you guys. So I'm used to being uprooted and moving and going. And I just don't like to stay in one place. I get bored. It's like, I want to see something new. Scorpio Mama, Cosmic, let's see. Cosmic, you are a true one. Oh, okay. You're speaking to me. Cosmic, you are true. Yeah, I am. And I'm a little quirky, but you know what? I can admit what I am, you guys. So Scorpio Mama, we love truth. Yeah, definitely. Definitely. And I do too. You know, it's like when Scorpios interact with other people. This is, I don't know if you guys have seen them. I forgot what the movie it is now. Oh my gosh. I should know this movie by heart because it's an old school movie, but it was a movie where it was Tom Cruise and Jack Nicholson. And Tom Cruise, I think, was a lawyer, and Jack Nicholson was being, he was on trial for something he did that was wrong or whatever. But what I like to tell people is like when they hound me of like, why aren't you talking, or or whatever, or why, it's like you can't handle the truth. There's a lot of people that can't handle Scorpio's truth, and they take it the wrong way. So anyways, I can't believe I don't remember that. Anyway, it's not important, but yeah. And Scorpios are truth, and we love truth, and most people just can't walk in that dimension of truth. They don't even know themselves, so how can they be truthful to themselves when they don't even know themselves? They can't be truthful to others. If you're not holding yourself in high regard and in truth, and you're not an upright person, you can't be that way to other people. So you can't, anyway. So let me see here what I've got. Barminator. Barminator. Yes, I had people on the back burner. It's true. Then I met a Virgo woman with Scorpio moon. That was it. No more back burners. Oh, that's awesome. Yay. No more back burners. I'm so glad you see, you guys, I'm not making this stuff up. He came forward and admitted it. So you guys, it is a Pisces trait. I have not known. I mean, I swear, every Pisces, it didn't matter if they were a gay Pisces, straight Pisces, male, female, young, old, they always had someone on the back burner. Unless they were like truly deeply in love with someone, like they really felt like they found their soulmate or whatever, then there wasn't, they were serious. But that's so rare to find Pisces that, yeah. So Scorpio Mom, Pisces have many mates. Yeah. You know what, guys? I want you to hold yourself down right now. I've got to tell you something. It's a fact. But speaking of Pisces, I told you my mom is Pisces, Cancer moon. Can you guys guess? I'll send you a free t-shirt if you can guess how many times my mom has been married. Take a wild guess, you guys. Anyway, so Rob Smiley, my sister is a Pisces. Don't trust them. Right. Yeah. I don't trust Pisces. No. They can be sweet and they can be loving and all whatever, but yeah, as far as trust, I have never ever been able to trust this Pisces. Never, ever, 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 ever. Dave Cavity, yay, we are getting some likes to help Julianne. Yay, we're getting likes. No, I think that's awesome. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate you guys. If you guys are getting anything from this, it would really greatly help me to get out there to others that really need to hear this or really want to learn more about themselves, because I do this channel purely out of the desire and passion to help others learn about themselves and how to transform themselves. And using astrology does help. It helps in manifesting your life. It helps in transforming your spiritual life. And like all the older videos that I have all tie into astrology. They all are a tool. I've even done some videos on what men want, the things that women want, all about, how to improve yourself in relationships. And then, of course, I have the astrology videos, and then I have manifesting videos that I did in the very early stages. I have 2 full playlists of Scorpios. It's all about Scorpio. I have a playlist about Pisces that I need to finish up. And each zodiac sign, and along with Scorpio, is going to get their own playlists. And I'm always going to be talking about every sign. I do concentrate on Scorpios more than any other sign. Scorpios seem to be more into learning more about themselves. They want more confirmation. Maybe they want to learn how to transform because they know, or maybe they don't know, that they can transform into 5. I say 7, but I'm going to stick with 5 for now to keep it simple. 5 transformations and level up in life. And I think that everyone should be wanting to level up in life, okay? Because there's so much more rewards. The more you level up, the more rewards you get. So, I don't know. Anyways, that's just my opinion on that, you guys. But I am so grateful for all of you that show up and all of you that I'm appreciative and grateful to all of you guys, because if it wasn't for you guys, I wouldn't be sitting here, trying to avoid looking at myself. But anyways, I get so much joy from sharing my experiences, sharing the knowledge that I've learned in the long life that I've lived. And if just one person, gets something out of my videos, all of the videos that I've created, and I've helped just one person, I feel so grateful. That's, to me, very rewarding. I know that kind of sounds selfish maybe, but that's how I feel rewarded, is in helping others and helping others grow spiritually. And I'm always still evolving. Like, you're never supposed to ever stop evolving. Not here, and not even in the afterlife. You're not supposed to ever stop evolving. Even when you pass over, you guys, you are still supposed to spiritually evolve. I know that sounds like hokey pokey woo-woo stuff, but I'm just saying, there's things that I know, things that I've experienced, that not all of you are going to be able to spiritually digest at this time in your life. But, I've been going through some major spiritual things since I would say 3.5 years old, 3.5 to 4 years old. And so it's been a long journey, but what I've learned, I wouldn't trade all of the things that I've gone through for anything, you guys, because now I'm here sitting in front of you, and hopefully, I won't even say hopefully. I don't even like that word, hopefully. I know I should be able to at least be enhancing somebody's life in some way, and have a nugget of wisdom that you guys can grab and use in your own life, you know. So anyways, let me get back to here. Okay, Bob Smiley, Scorpio. Okay, Scorpio. Yeah, Miriam says Scorpios are very intimate people. I can feel, yeah. Scorpios are very intimate. They're very private. They want to keep their intimate life very private. They don't do a lot of public displays of affection, you guys. They will definitely hold your hand or your arm in public or put their arm around you and stuff. But unless there's other aspects in their chart, more than likely they're not going to be like making out, and you know, unless they're really young and, you know, uninvolved. But like a mature Scorpio, it's not going to be on public making out. I mean, they like to keep their intimate life behind doors. But yeah, usually you guys, Scorpios will not be making out, making a huge just public display, a sexual public display, you know, or whatever in public. That's just not their nature, you know. But like I said, you have to look at all the other aspects in their natal chart, because if they have a lot of Leo energy or Aries energy or whatever, certain signs have a more exhibition type energy. They just out there, you know, let it all hang out type of energy. Okay, so I'm gonna have to start wrapping this up, you guys, but I'm so thrilled to see how many of you showed up. And again, thank you so much for being here. I'm probably going to go live tomorrow, but I'm going to be talking about Cancer signs and just going over their dominant signs, you know, the good, the bad, and all that in between stuff. And then next weekend, I will be doing another live. I haven't decided. Actually, yeah, I think it's going to be, I did talk about it already. Scorpio's compatibility with fire signs. We're going to do fire. We're going to mess with some fire next Sunday. It's going to be Scorpios with fire signs, and we're going to see how compatible they are. And then on Saturday, I'm going to try to go live and maybe talk about Pisces. We'll see about that, but yeah. Anyways, let me see. Scorpio, I'm sorry, I thought I already subbed to you. Oh, did you sub? Thank you, Scorpio Mama. I'm very honored to have you here. Thank you so much. And like before I jump off of here, if, like I said, if this video helped you at all, you resonated with it at all, please don't forget to hit that like button, smash it, annihilate it, whatever. That really does help me out a lot with the algorithm and stuff, and it gets put out there more to people. If the more likes I have and the more interaction I have, it really does make a huge difference in how many people see my video. And I'm really trying, and it's not like I'm trying to start a movement, you guys. I'm just trying to reach as many people that want to be helped and want assistance as I possibly can. There's so many people out there that don't understand themselves. They don't even know why they behave the way they do. And yeah, it can start with, there's so many other factors to somebody other than just astrology, but astrology, like I said, is a tool to help you understand yourself at deeper levels. Okay. And even like my natal birth chart pretty much describes the way my life is going. Now, I know that there's numerology and all that. I like to use numerology. I'm probably going to start introducing the numerology really soon to my channel and talk about how you guys can literally look at your entire life from beginning to end and how it's going to play out using your name, your full name. I love gematria. I love numerology. I love all of that stuff. So I'm probably going to start doing that. I might eventually do tarot cards in the future, but that's not going to be for a while. Because I really want to just focus on getting like all of the zodiac signs covered, because there's so many of you out there that really are looking to either get confirmation or learn who you are on a deeper level, like I was saying. I hate repeating myself, you guys. So, let's see, Scorpio, Mama. Sorry. Okay, so we got, I was like, ain't no shame in my game. Farminator, my life path is 7. Oh my gosh, you were right on that, weren't you? I'm not sure. I started looking into all of that way back in my early 30s. And of course, I was learning what my numbers were, obviously. But I'm going to be studying it a lot more closely again. Because I kind of put it on the back burner for a while because I got into astrology and other things. And so I'm not sure what the life path 7 means at the moment, but once I get to when observing all of the numbers, learning everything, then I'm going to bring it to you guys. So, but right now we're just going to stick with astrology for a little while longer. I don't want to be like confusing you guys. You guys come here for astrology. You're like, what's this numerology stuff? What? What's going on here? But it's another tool. That's all it is, you guys. You know, I mean, I've had people like come to my channel and be like, oh my gosh, astrology's spooky, it's evil, it's, oh my gosh, what are you doing? Oh my gosh, And it's like, it doesn't say anywhere, any text that I've ever read, that astrology is evil. It says not to worship the stars. There's a big difference there, you guys. I mean, my gosh, whoever created the stars, God created the stars and all the handiwork. You're supposed to use it as a tool, not worship it. And, some people get this in their mind. Oh my gosh, it's evil. Oh, you're a bad person because I hear it. I hear it mostly from my religious family members that have never read a book in their life. They've never even read the Bible. And yet I'm a proclaimed Christian and my pastor says it's evil. Whatever. Your pastor's God. Okay, that's it. Whatever. You don't have any critical thinking for yourself. You don't read anything. But whatever your doctor and your pastor says, it's gospel. Okay. Get out of here, please. Bible equals exactly. You said it, Farminator. Exactly. I'm so glad you said it and I didn't have to. It's so much better when you guys are reading my minds. Farminator, you are literally reading my mind. Bible is coded astrology. Exactly. Absolutely. 100%. Scorpio mama. Scorpio is a drama queen. They definitely can be, for sure. I'm not going to deny that. I would say the really, really black Scorpios can definitely give a show. But then you have to look at other aspects of their chart, because like a true blue person, like if a Scorpio's got a lot of Scorpio energy, but they've got a lot of earth placements, they're not going to be drama like that. They can be drama in an emotional sense, but there's so many different kinds of drama. Like Scorpios that are evolved are going to be a very quiet drama, but like in public and stuff, like unless they have a lot of Leo in their chart and other placements, they're not going to be out in public causing drama scenes like a Leo would or something like that. But maybe behind the doors, they might get a little emotionally drama and get a little raise their voices. I'm not saying that all Scorpios are quiet, because when a Scorpio is angry and in a lot of pain, they can be very emotionally dramatic, for sure. Definitely. That is the unevolved. That is the Scorpios that have not yet healed from their traumas. That's a Scorpio that is still in pain. I mean, deep pain from decisions they've made and things that are happening to them, things that, decisions they've made, that's usually what it boils down to. Yeah. But normally speaking, like in public, a Scorpio is not going to make a scene unless you put them in a corner. Okay. Otherwise, they're going to be very quiet. But yeah, definitely I have to, yeah, it just really depends on whether they're a healed Scorpio or not, on how dramatic you're going to see them become. But it's emotional drama for sure. Scorpio Mama, I'm silly. Okay, so let's see here. I have to go back up. I guess my kiss from Jay, she left. Oh no, she didn't even say goodbye. Oh. Okay, so Scorpio Mama, Robbie. Okay, keep living, darling. Yeah. It has nothing to do with age for me. Yeah. That sounds just so much like my daughter. When Rob Smiley, it has nothing to do with age for me. That sounds so much like my daughter used to say that all the time, and she was like in her early 20s and stuff like that. But yeah. Let's see here. And even my son says stuff like that. Rob Smiley, ain't no shame in my Scorpio Mama. Let's see. For my life is okay. So I went. How many times Mama been married? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What are these like hand claps? Scorpio Mama. How many times Mama been married? Is that 1, 2, 3? Okay. Rob Smiley. I love astrology and numerology. Awesome. And genealogy. Yeah, me too. Yeah. Scorpio Mama. Scorpio is a drama queen. Let's see. Farminator. Oh yeah. Okay. So, let's see. This is Rob Smiley, master teacher 33. Farminator, love drama when it's not mine. Exactly. You love to watch everyone else like lose it, huh? All right. I'm the quiet storm, right? Yeah, exactly. Exactly. That's how I am. Like I tell people, like, you're not going to be, I'm not going to be like an Aries. We have Aries and Scorpios share the same planet of Mars, of course, and we have Pluto too, but we still have the Mars energy there very much. So we're not going to come at you like an Aries would, unless you are like right there in our face, hurting our family members or something. But generally speaking, when that storm when the retribution, the revenge, whatever is coming to you that you earned, it's a quiet storm. Like Rob Smiley says, it's a very quiet storm. You're not going to see it coming. Scorpios are going to be very strategic. They know exactly when to hit you. They know exactly when. And a lot of times it's not even about the principle of hurting you. It's about the principle of, you did this to me. I want you to see what you did to me. It's a lesson to be learned. That's exactly how a Scorpio will, I'm saying this personally, how Scorpio would think. It's not necessarily, and maybe sometimes it is also about, I want you to feel the pain that I felt, but it's more of like, you think that's something good to do to me? Well, let's see how you feel when it's done to you. And let's see, how you take this sort of behavior when it's being mirrored back to you. So yeah, anyways, Scorpion folks, so fake with hugs. Let's see. I don't like drama. I don't like it when people make a scene. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I'm the same way. Not in public, especially. Oh my gosh. Like, don't make a scene in public. Seriously. Like, that's, yeah. Keep it on the down low, under the radar. I need more than a hug. Let's see. Scorpio. All right, guys, we're going to wind it down. I love you all so much. And I appreciate you guys for sharing your personal experiences with me. That really makes this whole thing so much more exciting and fun for everyone when we're interacting and we're keeping it clean and we're keeping everything respectful. One of these days, I'm going to have to get a moderator. So I'm going to be like paying attention and watching to see who I might be asking in the future to be a moderator for me. But right now, I don't think I'm going to need that, but I think in the future I will. You guys are awesome, you guys. And I'm giving you guys a hug. And you guys have a wonderful Memorial Day weekend. If you guys have it off, yay. I think most of you should have it off. and, like, have some fun, have some barbecue, whatever you guys do, and happy Memorial Day. And I will see you guys either tomorrow when I go live. You can chime in about the Cancer signs, and then I will see you throughout the week too. So love you all so much. Bye-bye.